So the first hair mistake that you're probably making is thinking that hairstyles that worked for you then are gonna work for you now. Yeah, that hairstyle you loved in your 20s probably isn't gonna work for you in your 30s. And definitely if you're past 50, the hairstyles that you loved in your 30s, most likely they're not gonna look as good. Why? Well, the answer is a decrease in strand thickness and follicle density decline. Now, naturally, the diameter of your hair strands decreases as you age. In fact, it's not uncommon for a man entering 50 to have strand thickness decrease by 25% compared to when he was 20. The same thing with follicle density, basically how many hairs per square inch, even if it looks like you got a full head of hair. By age 50, most men are down by 20% compared to their original follicle density at age 20. As you can imagine, with less and thinner hair, the hairstyles and even the products that are going to work for you evolve over time. And guys, that's why I highly recommend you go in and see the best stylist in your area every few years. Yeah, even if you cut your own hair, you got your styles down. View going in and seeing a stylist as a consultation. They've looked at thousands of heads and hairstyles and can help you find the look, the product, the style that's going to best suit you with the hair that you have. In today's video, gents, I've put together some of the best styling tips out there so that your hair is looking great and to stop you from styling your hair wrong. You ready, gents? Let's do this. So the next mistake I see guys doing all the time with their hair, they're using the wrong product. Now, of course, I encourage men to experiment. Find what works for you. But in general, if you've got fine hair, you're going to want to look at lightweight volumizing mousses and sprays. The goal here is to use a product that doesn't flatten or weigh down the hair. If you've got thicker hair and you want a bit of shine, maybe look to a pomade. Another option is a medium hold wax. If you've got curly hair, look to a hydrating curl cream. Another good option is a leave-in conditioner that is going to enhance the curls, not cause any type of crunching. And finally, if you've got thinning hair, maybe look to a matte texture powder or a paste. These type of products can add a little bit of volume, give your hair a little bit of density without drawing any attention to the scalp. Now, right with that, the next mistake is using too much product. Now, again, you got to find what works for you, but experiment. Try using half as much as you usually do. Do you still get the hold and look you're going for? Well, make that your new norm. Not only is it probably going to look better, but also how often you need to go out there and buy new product is going to be cut in half. You're saving money. Next up, when are you applying the product? Most guys make the mistake of applying it too soon, right out of the shower and soaking wet hair. No, the better option is to towel dry your hair, then use a hair dryer and dry it even a bit more until your hair is just slightly damp, and then apply the product. And that takes me to the next mistake, not using a hair dryer. Now I get it, not all hairstyles are going to need this, but if you are starting to deal with thinning hair, if you have naturally fine hair and you want to give it more volume, or if you've got thick hair that's unruly, using a hair dryer allows you to bring heat into the shaping of your hairstyle. And when used in conjunction with the right product, well, the end result, gents, you get a hairstyle, you get a look that you're going to be able to keep all day and has you looking great. Because as you probably know, heat allows you to shape the hair and brush it or comb it in a way that gives the appearance of more volume, thickness, fullness, and depth. Now, the hair dryer you're seeing in today's video, this is the Dreamy Pocket High-Speed Hair Dryer. It's a high-speed airflow dryer that uses the speed of the air, not excessive heat, to dry hair quickly and give you the shape that you're looking for. Now, Dreamy is the sponsor of today's video, and I have to thank it for introducing me to an air dryer like this that's so powerful, yet so compact. I mean, check this thing out, how it folds up, how it fits right into a small bag like this, perfect for travel or daily use in a small bathroom or in a space that you want to be able to put things away. I also love how it's incredibly quiet. I've got a toddler in the house, and I don't want her waking up first thing in the morning when I'm drying my hair. And as you can see, we've got all the options you'd expect in a high-end hair dryer. From 2 different speeds to 3 different temperatures, you've got cool, warm, and hot, along with a hot-cool cycling mode for those of you guys that want quick styling with less heat. And the hairdryer also comes with 2 attachments. You got the unfrizz nozzle, which concentrates airflow, and the auto-wrap curling nozzle for the guys out there with longer hair or for the ladies in your life that need it. And again, gents, I want to stress the power of this hairdryer, 110,000 RPM motor. Basically, it dries and styles my hair in less than 30 seconds. It's incredibly quiet, fast drying without heat damage, and perfect for travel or easy storage. So guys, if you're looking for a pocket high-speed hairdryer, don't look any farther than Dreamy. Down in the description of today's video, I'm putting the best deal you're going to find out there on the web. Seriously, gents, if you're in the market for a hairdryer, go look at this deal. You're not going to find a better option out there. Because yeah, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, your hair's getting thin, using a hairdryer, guys, it's going to bring out texture, body. It's going to make your hair look better. And to get started, gents, with the best pocket high-speed hairdryer on the market, check out Dreamy. Use that link in the description below. Now, the next mistake I see a lot of guys making, they try to force a haircut. The reality is certain hairstyles are going to work better with certain hair types. Example, if you've got straight hair, the best styles here are going to be pomps and slickbacks. If you've got wavy hair, you want to lean into tousled crops. If you've got curly hair, layered cuts are going to be your friend because they're going to define and control the curls. If you've got fine or thinning hair, you want to go with textured styles that have a bit of movement. Now, this next mistake almost sounds like a repeat of one we talked about earlier, not using the right product, but it's a little bit more particular, and that is not using the right product for the current weather, the climate, the season that you are in. Now, this isn't for everybody, but some of you guys in hot, humid climates, yeah, you get frizz like no other. So in that case, consider an anti-frizz serum. Yes, they have those. If that's too much, simply a light cream or a mousse can help a lot. Now, what you want to avoid in this situation are waxes. Those aren't going to help at all. Now, what about a dry winter? We get those here in Wisconsin. It can dry out the hair, just make it look brittle and dead. I'll tell you, leave-in moisturizers are great. Making sure that you use a conditioner after you shampoo your hair, and soft creams that maybe don't give a whole lot of hold, but definitely give moisture to your hair. Now, what about you guys in hot climates? I really like matte clays, fibers, and putties. These type of products do really well when you're out there sweating. So if you're an athlete, if you're going to be performing, those products will work well for you. Now, this next mistake is incredibly common, and that is skipping trims. I know a lot of guys I don't want to go in every 2 weeks for a haircut. People that have, things a little bit closer, those of you guys that have fades still, which is kind of out of style, but I get it, you love them. Point being is go talk to your barber. You'll find a lot of times a touch-up, a quick trim is half the cost of a haircut, especially if you're a regular, and an added bonus is when you actually get your haircut, it's just easier for the stylist or barber because the remnants of the last style are still recognizable. Seriously, when you go a month or longer between haircuts, your stylist or barber has to do a lot more work. And although you may not care, it actually increases the odds that they're not going to be able to get the exact hairstyle that you are shooting for. And speaking of stylists and barbers, guys, understand how to communicate with them. Now, the best tip I can give you here is when you get a hairstyle that you like, right immediately, give your barber or your stylist your phone, ask them to take some photos, ask them to do a quick video go around. And once you've got that footage, the next time you see your barber or stylist, or if you see a different one, you're going to be able to easily communicate because you won't have to say anything, exactly what you're looking for. Now, if you're in there trying to get advice, you want to change up your hairstyles, understand you're asking for advice. At the end of the day, you need to get a style that you're comfortable with. They may say this one will look great on you, but if you don't like it, don't go there. And by the way, gents, a bonus tip, when you really like the look of your hair coming out of that shop, ask them, what product did you use? Maybe buy that product so you can get it at home. Ask them, how did they style it? They'll take a minute to go ahead and mess your hair back up, and they'll show you how they used a hairdryer, maybe how they used a particular comb or brush to get that look that you can replicate. And another bonus here, guys, don't be afraid to ask somebody to videotape this happening so you've got that information for reference. Now, what about day-to-day care of your hair? So the first mistake that a lot of guys make is they're using way too harsh of a shampoo. When they're using shampoo, they're using way too much. Straight up, gents, you want to be using a shampoo that clearly says on it for daily use. You also want to make sure the shampoo is sulfate-free. I personally, with sulfate-free and daily use shampoos, only shampoo my hair probably every other day. And a big part of that as well, the products I'm using in my hair are all water soluble. So they're going to come out just simply with rinsing versus if you're using a wax, you're going to actually have to use a shampoo to get it out. And last but not least, if you've got hair that is longer than an inch, make sure that you use a conditioner after you shampoo. You don't need to use a whole lot, but all that oil that was stripped off your hair by the shampoo, the conditioner gently replaces, especially if it's made to work with the shampoo that you just used. Now, I gave a little bit of crap earlier to the guys still out there sporting fades. It's a fine hairstyle, but hairstyles do change. And if you want to be on the cutting edge, again, this is why I recommend going in and seeing the best stylist, the best barber in your area. Find what is hot right now, what everyone's getting. But if you're more of a classic guy, probably me, then don't be afraid to stick with a style that works for you, one that you have sported for years. Just understand that these looks come and go, but if you're wearing a classic style that's been around for 50 years, guess what? It's probably going to be around for another 50. Now, gents, if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments and keep watching. Boom, right here. I got you covered. Yeah, you want to learn more about style? This video right here is what you want to click on. Boom, right there. Oh, yeah.